Hello, today we're going to be doing the Red Cabbage pH tester experiment, and make sure you have your safety goggles, gloves, and safety apron on. The first step you want to do is grab your red cabbage and chop it up into smaller pieces. So now you want to boil 500 milliliters of water. Now you want to dump the boiled water into your bowl filled with the red cabbage. And now just let this sit here for 10 minutes. So it's been roughly 10 minutes now, and now what you want to do is use your sieve or filter to filter out the cabbage and only take the liquid. So now I have my 500 milliliters of the boiled cabbage water. So this is this should be a purple color, and it contains the pigments inside the cabbage, which will allow you to see the pH levels in the various substances. The next thing you want to do is take 100 milliliters of the red cabbage liquid and put it in a smaller cup. And here's about 100 milliliters. So next you want to grab your first substance, which I'm going to use white vinegar, and you're going to add this and stir it until the color has changed on the liquid. So as you can see, the color became lighter already. And there we go, it changed to this lighter color of purple. It's almost reddish. And this picture is going up here on screen now. So after this, you want to rinse out this cup and then do the other substances as well. So here's my clean cup, and what you want to do is add another 100 milliliters of this red cabbage liquid. And here is 100 milliliters. So now you just want to do your second substance, which is this dish soap. As you can see, it changed to this darker purple color now. This image will appear on screen now. So after this, you want to rinse out the cup and repeat the process. So I got my clean cup, and I'm going to add another 100 of this red cabbage liquid. So here's roughly 100 milliliters. And now I'm going to do my next substance, which is going to be baking powder. So as you can see, it changed to this color now, and I will put that picture up on the screen now. So now what you want to do is rinse this off. So I got my clean cup, and here's another 100 milliliters. So my next substance is going to be bleach. So be careful when handling this substance because it is corrosive to the skin, so do not make contact with it. So as you can see, it turned to a green color. I will put this on screen now. And make sure when you dispose of this, it's properly disposed, and dilute it with water before draining it. So I got my clean glass here, and you add your last 100 milliliters of liquid, and do your last substance, which I am going to do lime juice. So the lime juice I'm going to make from fresh lime. And now just put it in. And as you can see, it turned into this color right here, which I'll put on screen now. So those were the 5 substances I tested, their pH levels. And after this, I will look at a chart and calculate each of the individual, their specific pH levels of each substance. So after you're done with your experiment, make sure to clean up your workspace, which I will be doing now. So there we go, everything is done. I can now take my safety goggles off and gloves as well. So I will be talking about the conclusion after this. So with this experiment, I'm going to be using this scale right here. So with this scale, the first substance I did was the vinegar, and that color was reddish. And by looking at this scale, you can see that vinegar has a pH of about 2, or at least the one I tested, because the liquid turned to a red color. And then the next thing I tested was soap, and the soap, looking at the same key above, was a blue kind of color, and that would be a pH of 8 because it changed the liquid to a bluish color. And the next thing I tested was baking powder, and the baking powder turned the liquid into a bluish green almost kind of mix, and I think that by looking at the key, it would be a pH of around 8 to 9, something around there. And then the bleach I tested, which turned the liquid to a green and with a little hint of yellow. So you can see that this bleach that I tested had a pH of around 12 to 14, somewhere around that mark. And finally I tested the lime juice, and the lime turned the liquid to also a reddish color, very similar to vinegar. So this lime that I tested, the lime juice, had a pH of about 2 to 4, I'd say. That's right around where I place it from the color of the liquid. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this experiment that I did around the red cabbage and measuring pH at home.